Welcome to another episode of Between the Branches in Your Neighborhood, presented by Carnell Homes Incorporated in partnership with Cocoa Realty. My name is Josh. I am your host, and I'm a local realtor in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and surrounding areas. So, this episode is going to be a little different because due to some scheduling conflicts, we couldn't get our next guest in time for our next episode. So today I'm joined here with Catherine Carnell, and she was my first interviewee, and we got to take a look at her military career and what led her to start her business, and we were able to highlight her business during the first interview. So with this go round, what we're going to do is she's going to interview me, and we're going to dive deep into like my military career and why I got started into real estate, and hopefully give you guys a better understanding of who I am, the host. All right, Catherine, welcome. And yeah, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right. So last time, I don't think we really touched on who you were. So that's what this episode is about. So let's start with, I guess, the beginning. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? What did you do?
All right, so I was a military brat. I was born in Mildenhall, England, and due to some family issues and stuff, I I
Sorry,
I
that was our dog.
yeah, I grew up in South Carolina, is where I spent most of my childhood and early adult life.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
yeah.
So what led you to getting into the Air Force?
So coming out of high school, I actually turned down a full ride scholarship to Clemson University, and I just started working. I just went into the work field, and I was doing some odds and end jobs, and then I was working at a local hospital in my hometown, and I got the idea that I should just go talk to a recruiter. So I went and talked to the Air Force recruiter and got signed up. I didn't join the military till I was like 21. So, but I joined the military at the age of 21, and uh, and yeah. So from there, I after joining the military, I my job in the military was working on ejection seats. So I was a egress mechanic for about 10 years, and had a blast with that, working on different fighters and bombers. And then after about 10 years, I decided I was going to cross train. And when I cross trained into uh,
My
I cross trained into uh, civil engineering.
Let's let her out.
Yes, please.
Go on.
I cross trained into civil engineering, and being in CE in the Air Force, I was actually attached to a unit known as Red Horse. I was with the 819th in Montana, and Red Horse is a very unique squadron in itself. And Red Horse actually stands for Rapid Engineering Deployable Heavy Operations Repair Squadron, which is a mouthful. But so basically, we are basically civil engineers on steroids. So we could basically be dropped anywhere and have an active runway in a very short amount of time. So, and then after that, I got out of the military.
You did that for 2 years, right? If I remember
I did
correctly.
Red Horse for 2 years. I was in the military for a total of 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So post military, you had technically three jobs, but it ended up being working with four different companies.
Yeah.
Like,
So post military, I started out in sales. I
Maya,
I
stop it. Come here.
I started with a robotics company that was here in Rio Rancho. It was called Inuktitut, and they were the parent company to that was in Canada, and that was really cool. We sold these robotic systems to uh,
Big contractors, yeah.
like big contractors and like nuclear power plants and stuff like that. And our equipment was used for inspection purposes, so that people didn't have to get close to the nasty stuff to see what they needed to inspect.
Or harmful
Or
environments.
yeah.
Tiny environments.
And then after that, I got hired on at a roofing company, and I was working with them. And while I was with the roofing company, I was with them for a few years. But while I was with them, I was also going to school through Embry Riddle to get my degree in aeronautical
That's
science.
right.
So I got a bachelor's degree in aeronautical science, and that was a really fun degree. It was hard, but it was a lot of fun. And then once I completed my degree, I got hired on at a local manufacturing company called Rytech Global, and I got hired on there as a sales consultant. And then eventually through that, I got moved up to director of quality, and I was doing that when they got bought out by a different company. Uh, yeah, so I was still doing director of quality with the company that bought us
Right.
out.
You kind of followed
Yeah,
the company out there, yeah.
yeah. So director of quality, I was doing that for about 5 years, and that was really good. And then that company decided to close the location here in Albuquerque, so they basically gave us a little severance package and sent us on our way. And then from there, kind of kicking it back and forth, trying to figure out what I wanted to get into and everything. And I figured, why not? Let's go back to school. So I went back to school and I got my real estate license, and that's what I'm doing here.
Cool. So in uh like you did go straight into real estate, but like you were kind of kicking like multiple things,
Yeah,
like trying to figure out what you wanted to do, and nothing really set in until recently with real estate.
yeah.
So like what uh you didn't know that you wanted to do in the first place, but now that you're more into it, like what got you to stick with real estate?
So real estate is very interesting. It's very fast paced, and it's always different, right?
Right.
So every transaction is different. So it requires me to do a lot of critical thinking that I really enjoy doing.
Okay.
The reason why I got into real estate, the reason I chose real estate is because we've always had a home,
Yeah,
right? But as you can go look at any place and it could be a home, but it's not yours until you make it yours, right?
absolutely.
So walking into homes and everything, I can see the potential of what it could be, and it's pretty amazing. And then working with clients, it's so exciting to walk a property with them, walk a
Right.
house with them, have discussions with them. How would you make this yours?
Right.
How would you personalize this? How uh, how could you make it, something that you would love to come home to?
Right.
And that excites me, and that's my drive in real estate. Like I enjoy helping people find that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like uh with the clients so far, like is it hard to get to the point where you're able to like figure out what they like?
So initially we sit down and have a conversation.
Okay.
right? So basically, what are you looking for? What
Right.
type of house? Is it a single story? Is it a two-story?
Right.
And then, what location would you like what part of town?
Right.
So once we start finding, their needs, right? So what they absolutely need in a home, then we can start focusing on their wants. And then, so once we do that, then, we have a lot of technology now, and through our systems, we can narrow down a search of 1,000 homes down
Right.
to a handful of homes that they know that walking into they would love.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what does it mean to you for you to make a home yours?
The ability to, for me personally, the ability to personalize it.
Okay.
Right. So I love my garage.
Right.
Right. So my garage has to be fully functional.
Right.
I do not like garages that become storage space.
Right.
And as long as I can make it functional, then it works for me. And then
Right.
by doing that, it becomes mine.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So, and stuff like that always excites me. And then, different projects around the house, backyards,
Oh yeah,
just stuff
for
like
sure.
that. And so, like with our current home, like we have this massive deck in the backyard and grass and ponds and all of this stuff that we were able to do ourselves to make it ours.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pond project was
Yeah. Yeah. Not fun.
pretty backbreaking, but
Yeah.
the result is
Oh yeah.
amazing.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, we love our pond. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, anything else you want to add to any of that?
No, it's it's always exciting, and it's exciting to see the clients that I work with excited to
Right.
like take that next step in their life, that next chapter,
Right.
right? And
Yeah, buying a home isn't exactly that easy.
yeah, no, and it's a process,
Right.
and to be a part of that excitement is pretty amazing,
Okay. So you
and
like that feeling
yeah,
of
absolutely.
satisfaction of being able to provide what
Yeah,
they essentially asked for.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So, you're partnered with Cocoyer Realty.
Right.
So
So
let's talk about Cocoyer Realty a little bit.
so I'm an independent contractor
Okay.
through Realty, right? So my qualifying broker, Ira, has been in the business for God 20 plus years, like in real estate.
He's
So
almost ancient.
yeah, he's definitely been around a while, and so he's got a great understanding of how the real estate industry in this area works,
Hmm.
and and he's a great resource, and like his well of knowledge is second to none.
Right.
So, and being with Cocoa Realty, I have access to that knowledge. So,
Right.
like I don't know everything,
Hmm.
but if I don't know the answer, then we have resources where we can find the answer.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah. So it's been great working with Cookaway Realty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Cool.
always learning. Right? Yeah. So
Always learning, for
yeah.
sure. So what so far working with him, it's only been what, a couple months or three,
Yeah, a few months.
right? What was the so far what have you liked about working with him?
His genuineness. He's a really great guy. He's not gonna tell you stuff just because you want to hear it.
Right.
He's gonna like he presents himself as a very genuine person,
That's awesome.
and that really lines up with what I want to be and what I want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. So you guys kind of uh
Yeah, we pretty much clicked right off the
right.
bat.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
word I
yeah.
was looking for. That's
Yeah,
cool. That's awesome.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. So like nothing really like kind of edged you into this
No,
uh industry at all.
yeah,
But
it was something that I find that I wanted to do.
right,
And like I said, real estate's always been fascinating.
right,
So being able to, go to school and, learn the ins and outs of it and understand how it works
right,
and why it works. It's
right.
yeah, I find all of that really fun.
So like understanding the the industries that you were working with before, that kind of goes along with um what you went to school for, right? So you got the
Yeah,
bachelor's degree in
yeah.
aeronautical science. Like, what got you to like get that degree in the first place?
So aeronautical science, so being in the Air Force,
Right,
right? Um, Aeronautical science involves a lot of critical thinking, and I enjoy that aspect of it. And then, so the transition from that to real estate is pretty much the same. There's still a lot of critical thinking involved
right,
when you're working with clients and getting them to where we can get to the closing table.
right,
So, and I really enjoy that part of it.
right. Why
Yeah,
did you get into it though?
into
Aeronautical science. Like, what got you to choose that?
so basically my the the advisor, the educational advisor, that's pretty much the path they put me on. So I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. So, but with that, so that was my major. My major was aeronautical science.
Right.
Then I got two minors, one in management, and then the other one in safety.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
it was a fun degree.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that literally did it for fun.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
gotcha. Which is funny because the jobs that you had after that kind of like went along with that though.
yeah.
Like you needed the knowledge that you had
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
got from the degree.
Absolutely. So, working with, Rytech and Vertex and everything, like we did a lot with government contracts and, we had really big customers and we were doing a lot of stuff in the aerospace industry and
Right.
it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
So that's funny. Like the from the very first civilian job that you had to the last one, it they were all very closely like you worked closely with contracts with government.
Oh
It
yeah.
sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
right. Like that's and then all of a sudden you go into real estate. That's a
Yeah.
huge difference. But I do agree though with the critical thinking portion,
Right.
it does make you
Oh
like
yeah.
get into that space where you have to understand and figure out and
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
so that is the same. I agree. But it's
Yeah.
so different, the industry,
Right,
right?
right.
Yeah. But yeah, awesome. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I think we hit a lot of your I mean, not super elaborately, but
Yeah, well, first off, I want to say thank you for coming back on here and taking the time to interview me, so that our viewers can get a chance to know a little bit more about who I am and why I'm here doing this.
right.
So,
Okay.
we will continue to look for veteran owned small businesses to where we can get new faces on here and you know help promote their local small businesses here and just help celebrate them as individuals. So again, I would like to thank you guys for watching between the branches in your neighborhood. Presented by Carnell Homes Incorporated in partnership with Cocoa Realty. And we look forward to seeing you guys next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to follow us. And also, if there's anything that I didn't ask Josh and you would like to know,
Yeah, drop it in the comments.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot for watching.
Thank you.